Hello again and welcome. This is Robert Schein, Managing Director and Partner of Blanke Schein Wealth Management. Today is Friday Insights Edition and overnight headlines. We've got a lot to talk about, so thanks for watching. Let's get right to it. So our first topic of the day, we're going to talk about jobs and unemployment and the employment rate. In fact, the month of September, the economy added over 661,000 new jobs, net new jobs to the economy. So that's the green line here. Let's take a look at this handy dandy little chart that I made for everyone today. Our unemployment rate now is down to 7.9%. The estimate was over about 8.4%. So that has improved, right? 7%. We've added about 10 million jobs over the last few months or so, which is huge. It shows that the snapback in the U.S. economy is happening. But what's in the employment report that's a little concerning, I've been talking about this on my daily updates, and it's actually playing out. We're seeing this persistently now play out, which is labor force participation and more permanent job losses. That's the orange chart here, our line on the chart here. And ultimately what that means is, take home point, there are a lot of sectors in the economy that have permanent job losses. Those jobs will not be coming back. And we're seeing that in the service sector, in the restaurant and leisure sector, in the travel sector. All of those sectors combined, we're seeing big sort of amusement park companies and a few others doing furloughs, and that's turning into permanent layoffs because we are looking towards Congress. The market is looking towards Congress for a CARES 2.0 or extension of jobless or unemployment benefits, right? So this is sort of seeing some exhaustion here. We're going to see unemployment rate stubbornly high for a good long time from this point forward. The easy part, unfortunately, has been done. We saw the snapback. We saw the expiration of unemployment assistance, and then sort of the President of the United States did the executive order sort of state by state extend that. All of that is winding off or winding down. And so we're seeing these numbers persistently play out in the employment and unemployment rate. So that being said, House passed CARES 2.0, $2.2 trillion, and the Republicans now are on scene for this weekend to see if they can get it done and some sort of combined unified support. I think overnight we saw futures sell off as the markets look towards POTUS and FLOTUS. So President of the United States and First Lady of the United States, they both have contracted COVID-19. So our thoughts and prayers, and everyone in the United States is supporting them in terms of a healthy and speedy recovery. This just goes to show you the severity of something like this, how easily it can be caught and spread. So the COVID-19 is one of those things where wash hands, face masks, and all of the necessary things. We know this, and that needs to happen. But what's not going to be reported is one of the things where, according to the CDC, if you were to just look right now, for POTUS, so he's 74 years old, his BMI, body weight index, without a pre-existing conditions, he's on the over 30 capacity, so that's the overweight side according to sort of science. So that puts him in a category, the President of the United States, of a 94.6% survival rate of the coronavirus. Okay, these are the statistics directly from CDC for a 74-year-old male. Now, if you were to look at FLOTUS, First Lady of the United States, that's a 95.5 because she's younger and female. And so what we're seeing is 95.5% survivability rate there. And so that's one of the things where I know we're focusing on 210 million Americans that have lost their lives to COVID or COVID related, which is a tragedy. One life is too many. But one thing that's not reported are not only the recoveries, but the survival rate. And I think we're going to see in the next couple of weeks, President will be healthy and safe, survive through this. I think one of the things we can see, the nation would like this from the president, is to change his tenor towards this and be more compassionate and empathetic and understand that we need a national response that's more coordinated. He didn't want to step in the way of the governors, and the governors made it a red and a blue state issue, and it's continuing to do so. That's not what we need right now. We need a unified approach from the federal government on how to handle this effectively so that we will reopen safely. I think that's the one thing we can look at is how do we reopen the economy and stay open, but keep everyone healthy and safe in the meantime. So that was futures sold off as soon as we saw that news. The market's sort of working its way through that today. But we got the unemployment report and the COVID-19 report. So this just doesn't ever stop. The news cycle and the markets don't ever stop. And that's why I'm reporting to you guys directly. And that's it. I just want to talk about the labor force participation on a go-forward basis. We're going to pay attention to it. Markets are going to pay attention to it because I think the easy, heavy lifting has been done. If there is a Congress 2.0 act to help those subsectors of the economy and those industries that need it most on a strategic fashion, I think that's going to increase a lift in terms of support in the equity markets. Again, as I've been reporting even yesterday and the day before, any pullback, we see it as a buyable opportunity, and there's a lot of value out there today from a wealth management standpoint. So we've been going through and we're going to keep that on our dashboard as to a shopping list when the time is right as we continue to see persistent volatility. But that's it. That's our Friday Insights. Our thoughts and prayers to everyone out there that's affected by the coronavirus. Stay healthy, stay safe, and have a great weekend.